You have to have mental toughness. Like if you're going to win in life, you got to have mental toughness. You got to have grit. You've got to be able to take a hit. You got to be able to take the blows that life brings. You have to be strong in your mind. You're not going to, you can't become strong physically without becoming strong mentally. Mental toughness will produce strength in every area of your life.
Mental toughness. You will get nowhere in life. Nowhere in life. If your mental toughness does not exceed your physical toughness. No matter how physically tough you are, if your mental toughness does not exceed that by a small bit, you'll lose every time. Because your mind will fail you before your body ever does. Your will fail you before your body ever does. So your will and your mind has to be tougher to go a little bit further than your body can. And that's how you'll succeed. That's how you make it. Be tough. And you can do it if you don't quit. And you won't quit if you're tough of mind.
And so biblical Christianity is first and foremost a matter of the mind. And to grow as a Christian is to grow in your mind. You will not be able to grow if your mind is not growing, if your mind is not being cultivated, if you're not taking in truth, if you're not meditating and being renewed in the mind, there will not be the whole person transformation that is envisioned in a text like Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. So the mind is crucial.
The mind is the most private place for the individual. The mind is the place where we have those conversations with ourselves that no one else can hear.
John Milton, Paradise Lost author, said, "The mind is a world unto itself, a place unto itself, and it can make a heaven out of a hell or a hell out of heaven."
And if you remember nothing else from today, because I'm convinced one of the things that's actually missing inside of people of faith is mental toughness. That has made us hopeful that God would make life easier for us rather than making us stronger. And so I want you to place one conviction inside of yourself today. Life is hard, but you are tougher than you think. You are more capable than you know. You can take on more than you could ever imagine. And if you move in the direction that God created you to live, it's going to get even harder. In fact, the only way for your life not to be hard is to give up on life.
We give up too easily, and giving up at all is off the table. Quitting is off the table. You got to find another solution. Quitting is not an option. Failing is not an option. Permanently failing, I should say. Quitting or giving up are not options.
But God sees giving you challenges as an act of love. How else will you ever discover who you are? How will you ever discover your identity if you don't have to go through the fire? There's just so much more in you than you know. There are bigger battles you can fight and win. And you must fight and win. Because if there's no fight, you cannot be more than a conqueror.
Neuroscience and research has shown that a part of your brain called the AMCC, which is the frontal cortex of your brain, is the hub and the learning center of your brain. It's what enables you to do new things and expand and grow. So being the key and the hub, this frontal cortex, AMCC, when it engages in hard things, what the report said, things that are undesirable to the person, when you engage in undesired effort, the brain expands and the capacity of your brain increases when you do hard things. But the same area of your brain, when you do easy things, stays idle. The report said it's idle as in sleep mode. So many people are just sleeping their life away. Here's a statement that I want to make. A believer can never become the person that God has destined them to be until they start doing hard things.
Have you ever noticed that everything that is actually exceptional about you takes work? And everything that is average about you takes no work at all? And when you do nothing, what happens? You become the lesser version of you. If there's any arena in your life where you aspire to be the highest version of yourself, it's going to be hard.
And when you get to that point where nothing can weaken your mind, when you can stand up to anything mentally, you're going to have wins. You're going to stack win after win after win, even losses. When you're mentally tough, even losses are going to be turned into wins for you. Like, you will devour even defeat, rejection, loss, all of those negative things. You'll just eat them up when you have mental toughness. You'll just, like, your mind is like iron teeth that just chew up failure and spit it out, and chew up defeats and chew up rejection and spit it out whenever those things hit you. Those moments, those times when I felt like I was against the rope, those times when I felt like I had all hell breaking loose against me, those are the best times. Those are the times that forged an overcoming mindset in me, that made me hardened against failure, hardened against defeat, hardened against loss, because those things would have normally made me crumble. But by finding a way to strengthen my mind, I want to encourage you to strengthen your mind. Like, you've got to take responsibility for being tough in your mind, not being a bully to other people, but being tough with yourself, being tough in handling whatever comes your way.